Hello and welcome back to F1 22 Driver Career Mode. My name is Chris, welcome along. Last time out we were in Azerbaijan. We didn't score any points, but I feel like we drove pretty well. So the next step will be back into the points as we head towards the Canadian Grand Prix. Having a look then at the current standings in the championship. We were obviously doing better than we are now. We're down in P9, still in the top 10, crucially. And Esteban Ocon, our teammate, up in P7 currently. So our target, constructor-wise, is P4. And as a driver, I would say our target is P7. So we're going to work towards that as the season progresses. Here's you can see our previous results. They've been a bit all over the place. We obviously had a few failures early on in the season. But we're going to be hoping to come back strong in Canada. It's a fun track that I enjoy, and hopefully we have some pace rounds. So looking at upgrades, a major rear downforce upgrade looks like it will be going on just in time for Austria, which will be ideal. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed that does land. But for now, Thursday's come around. Let's go do some hot laps. And onto the track we go. This was a tricky one actually. The old supercars don't quite handle like the F1 cars, as you probably realised by now. You have to slalom your way through these gates in an easy goal by the looks of it. Lovely. 1,000 acclaim for us. Be sure, to be fair, what in driver mode the acclaim is super good for, but it's moving later on. That's not really part of our plan though. Anyway, headed into the weekend, we do need to change some components, so we do that in the free practice session. And yeah, now it's time for qualifying. And off we go to the track. Let's see what this car and what we are capable of. We absolutely throw it through that chicane. And that is a P5 for now. Then in Q1. All we needed to do. Onwards into Q2. I think our car suits this track. We seem to have really good pace around here. We didn't need to do a second run in Q1, which is quite uncommon where we are. But yeah, we're going to lose Lance Stroll, Alex Albon, Sebastian Vettel, Nicolas Latifi and Mick Schumacher from this session. Mick didn't even set a time, so that's unfortunate. It's interesting to see that the AI can have failures and make mistakes during qualifying. But back to us. On to Q2. Let's see if we can get ourselves into that top 10 shootout. Would be ideal. P2 for now. As we go again to start another flying lap. George Russell, just ahead of us, might be able to give us a little bit of a tow if we time it right. If he can get a good lap in, keep that distance where it is now. Yeah, it might help us. We're currently a 10th down though, so not looking great so far as we come through the tight hairpin at the end. This is where that tow maybe will help us, but it doesn't seem to be. We're still a 10th down as we go through the final chicane. Nearly hitting that champion's wall there, but yeah, we're not going to improve. Will it be good enough though for Q3? Yes, it will. P6. As I said, we just got phenomenal pace round here, it seems like. And Esteban Ocon getting himself into P10. Losing Kevin Magnussen, Daniel Ricciardo, Pierre Gasly, Zhou Guanyu and Yuki Tsunoda from this session. As we go towards Q3. Let's see what we've got, shall we? So I should say at this point we've obviously set a banker lap, put ourselves in P7 provisionally, and yeah, we're going to try and improve on that. We are doing so far by a couple of tenths.
Left in the session.
Into the first DRS zone, almost half a second up at this point. Nice and smooth through there. Lewis Hamilton going fastest. Charles Leclerc going even faster. Half a second up now. Just 2 corners to go. We're almost running out of battery though, which is not ideal. I think we're just about going to have enough for that final run down to the line, through the final chicane. What's it going to be? I think that was 6. P6. Nice. So P6, we out-qualified a Red Bull, which is unbelievable, and by a good margin as well. So I just wonder whether Perez just didn't get a good lap in at the end of the session. But Charles Leclerc on pole position, Carlos Sainz in second, and George Russell is in third. Esteban Ocon down in ninth, and Valtteri Bottas just keeping that Alfa Romeo, up in the top 10.
Hello and welcome to the Ile Notre Dame once again for what promises to be another incredible Canadian Grand Prix at this fiercely competitive circuit, where pole position can often be decided by less than 1/10 of a second. It's one of the fastest races of the season here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, with around 60% of this 2.7-mile circuit taken at full throttle. There are 14 corners to navigate, the very last of which has its very own infamous history and could be the cause of a safety car today. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole. And the smooth operator Carlos Sainz completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Verstappen, Marshall, and Perez. Norris, Ocon, Bottas, and Kevin Magnussen. Ricciardo, Gasly, Guan Yu Zhou, and Hamilton. Tsunoda, Stroll, Alex Albon, and Sebastian Vettel. Latifi and Mick Schumacher. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. Here we go then, the formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as we near ever closer to the start of the race. Which team will come out on top? Who's got their strategies right for today's race? Well, we'll soon find out.
We'll find out. Starting in P5, finding ourselves just bumped up a place as Lewis Hamilton takes a grid penalty here in Canada as we come round to form the grid and get this race underway. Waiting for the 5 red lights to illuminate. And we're underway for the Canadian Grand Prix. How good is this start going to be? Not super good as we get jumped by Perez and Ocon, it looks like, but we're going to take back. Oh, we get slammed by Norris there. We're just trying to hold ourselves on to that P6. Well, we started in P5, but we'll take the P6. The Red Bull was always going to get past us, I think, as we go on board with Lando Norris now following us. Down in P7, we're in P6. You can see us just on the left-hand side there. I think Lando might be the one we're racing today. He's about the same pace in that McLaren. And I would imagine we'll see the likes of Lewis Hamilton cut his way through at some point as the race goes on. Race leaders then, Charles Leclerc got a good start. Managed to hold on to his pole position from Carlos Sainz, and George Russell stayed in third. Max Verstappen, though, is getting close as we nearly slam into the back of Sergio Perez. We didn't, though, and that's what counts, right? We did not slam into the back of him. We kept it on the track. We kept it in one piece as we head towards the end of lap 1. Currently in P6, Lando Norris in P7, and Sergio Perez just ahead. We just had a little look there up the inside. It wasn't to be just yet. Getting a little bit out of shape on the exit. Charles Leclerc, of course, setting the pace for this race so far. Up the inside into turn 1. That was a ballsy move on Sergio Perez. And we're through, up into P5. Mingling with the front runners.
That brings you up a place.
We absolutely do not belong here, but we'll take it. We'll do what we can to hold on to the position as the race progresses. taking liberties with that curb there on the chicane, as Sergio Perez is probably going to be making a move fairly soon, I would imagine, as he joins us on lap 4. Not quite yet though, we're holding on to the position. He's right there though, you can see the little indicator arrow. He is right behind us, and I would imagine into the next DRS zone may look to make the move. He doesn't. We get towards the end of the lap, and now is the time. He lunges one up the inside, he's locked up and gone straight on. And I think we've just taken floor damage.
The underbody's taken some damage. You might start to notice it soon. Okay, gap ahead is 2.8 seconds. Gap to
I wasn't sure how far.
2.8 seconds.
I wasn't sure how far Perez was going to go straight on, so I took somewhat of avoiding action, maybe prematurely, but yeah, here's what it is. Sebastian Vettel there in the top right-hand corner, retiring his car. That is unfortunate. Failure for Aston Martin in this race then. We, for now, have managed to hold on to that 5th place, which is great for us. If we can keep that gap to Perez, that'd be ideal. As Charles Leclerc into the pit lane, which means Carlos Sainz will take the lead of this race. George Russell will be promoted into 2nd. Max Verstappen also into the pit lane, as are we then on lap 16. Nice turn in. Hard tyres going on.
Perfect
good pit
job
stop.
from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
We've not had many pit stop errors yet, so I'm curious to see if we'll get there. They are turned on, so I'm sure we'll get one at some point. I think we may have had one in Saudi actually, but yeah, since then we've not really had much at all as we head back out onto the track in that P5 position. But Sergio Perez on the hard tyres has found some pace, and he's going to send one up the inside. As he does, completely cuts the chicane there, and we're going to take that back. We go side by side on the run down into turn 1. Who's going to come out on top of this one? Let's find out. We outbrake Sergio, but we've gone super deep. Sergio's going to have a look around the outside, decides that's probably not the play, and backs out of it, and we keep ourselves in P5 then. This is going to be difficult though. He's right there. The Red Bull has such good straight line speed that, yeah, we're going to have a work cut out if we're going to finish this race in 5th, but we'll see. We will see. Sergio Perez having a look. Decides not quite. He's going to bide his time. Lando Norris, though, pulling himself back into the mix here, I think, as Sergio Perez is basically pushing us along now as we head towards the hairpin. Late on the brakes. We squeeze him to the outside. Who's going to get a better run, though? I think it might be the Red Bull, to be honest. And even if he doesn't, it's just quicker as he pulls to the outside. We tuck him behind, unfortunately. I think that might be it as we head into the chicane. Will he lock up again? He has done that a couple of times. No, keeps it nice and tidy, and that is his position, unfortunately. So we're down in P6. That might be where we finish this race, who knows? I haven't given up yet. Sergio has shown that he can make mistakes, as we also make a mistake by completely missing our braking point. And that would have cost us a lot of time. We've lost the DRS, I think, here. So that was costly. It also brings Lando right behind us, so we're going to need to keep an eye on that one for sure. As we head down straight, Lando's going to get a helping of DRS. Probably has a good bit of battery. We've got next to no battery left. And here he goes, pulling out, deciding that it's not quite the time yet. But out of here, he's got an absolutely electric run. Will he go for the move into turn 1? Let's find out. Up the inside he goes. Yes, yes he does. As we hold him to the outside, squeeze him out, and just about, for now, keep hold of that position. Towards the end of lap 26, I thought I was being clever here by going deep, letting Lando come through, and then I'd get the DRS. What I didn't realise was that the line after the hairpin is not the DRS line. The DRS line is before the hairpin. And we actually gifted Lando the spot with DRS. Fortunately, we managed to keep with him, so hopefully we can get that position back as the Grand Prix progresses. On to lap 32. We're just keeping pace with Lando at this point, not trying to push too hard, but also not backing off too much. So we've got a solid gap behind us, 8 seconds to Bottas. We're nice and comfortable there. We just need to bide our time and maybe make a move for P6. We'll see. But Lando is quick. Close that gap ever so slightly. We're going to get a nice helping of DRS here. Will it be enough though? I don't think it will to overtake at the end of this straight, but it'll keep us in contention, that's for sure. Bit of a moment there on the exit. And for the next few laps, we just held on to Lando's gearbox, and as we head on to the final lap
of the race.
It's now or never. We're going to have to make the move. So what can we do? We get nice and close out of turn 2.
Okay, so we're leading up.
This is going to be interesting, this one. We're right there. We just got to find the space to get past. Pushing him through that corner there. Oh, I don't know if we can do this. It's going to be tight. Just need to get really good exit here. Get nice and close going into the hairpin so that on the way down to the chicane, that might be where we strike. Let's find out. Through the hairpin we go. Not a bad exit, to be fair. This might be the one. Only 4/10 behind. I don't know if that's close enough, to be honest. Here we go then. This is our opportunity. Oh my goodness. You see how much curb we took there. It's going to be a drag race to the line, but we just haven't got the pace. Oh, that was close. Charles Leclerc then takes driver of the day, and that was a fun battle.
Magnificent drive and a great performance from the entire team to secure victory here in Canada. Natalie Pinkham, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out of the track was: speed. It sounds like an awfully reductive statement, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
Looking at the podium, you can see that red suit familiar to fans across the globe. A world-class win for a world-class team. Ferrari do it again.
And once again, utter dominance from Ferrari. Both drivers on the podium. They're running away with this Constructors' Championship at the moment. Red Bull, maybe Mercedes, they really need to pull their finger out if they're going to have a chance at bringing this back. But yeah, that was fun. We had an epic battle at the end there with Lando, and I don't think we had the pace to hold off Sergio, if I'm being honest, but it was fun to try. As we head towards our home Grand Prix then, Silverstone is next, but let's have a look at the Canadian results. Charles Leclerc winning, of course, setting the fastest lap as well, a full 26 points for him this weekend. Carlos Sainz in second, and Max Verstappen taking that final step on the podium. The Mercedes and the Red Bulls seem about on par with each other at the moment, but the Ferrari is just super quick. We get ourselves a P7. Ocon unfortunately got squeezed out and down into P11, so that's not ideal. He didn't get any points, but you know, we didn't get any points last week and he did, so between us, you know, we want to both be in the points, but if one of us at least is scoring points, that is positive, so we'll take that. And yeah, a tricky race for Sebastian Vettel, find himself retiring with a mechanical failure. The result today, though, does bring us up into P8 in the Drivers' Championship. We're now sort of looking to fight Norris, I would say, for that P7 spot. So, good progress today. Silverstone next. Obviously, our home Grand Prix. They say your home Grand Prix and your home crowd gives you a few extra tenths. We'll see if that's true. But yeah, I enjoyed this one. Lots of good fighting on the track. And yeah, if you like this video, give us a like. Leave us a little comment. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you for the next one. The next one being Silverstone, of course. And I upload every Wednesday and Friday. See you then.